diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Still morning. So it happens when I have therapy. I get up earlier, and here we are. So I am gonna wait till the 3-minute mark and do some talking. And yeah. And no, this is not a rant, but I am gonna be kind of serious about it because we gotta be. What else can I talk about in the 3 minutes? How about how much I love coffee? My precious. My precious. I gotta practice that before I do it. It's like when I'm alone, I do them all perfect. Right? I'm talking about. So. I think I'll let some people know I'm here. And then we will get started. All right, see? 3-minute mark. People we're showing up. It's already raining. To me, it feels like 2 o'clock in the afternoon already. That is a drinking problem. My coffee. Not many people know Steve. Well, of course, you know Steve Martin. I remember. Okay, I gotta kind of do it this way. He says, "Never drink from this side of the cup." So I'm not going to actually do it because I don't feel like pouring soda all over me. We're at the 3-minute mark. Let's get started. And of course, this is from CNN. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be hosting today. I am the hostess with the mostest. People are getting in trouble because they're joining my live. We can't have that. Getting people in trouble. That's all right. That's what bad uncles are for. So, I think maybe when you're younger, it is hard to take the program a little bit more seriously because you haven't come to grips with your own humanity yet. You haven't accepted that at some point in this life, you're going to die. You are. You don't know when it's going to happen. Okay. There's that time thing again. But this isn't about time. This is about the fact that our forgetters work fantastic. All right, Patricia, we'll be here. Oh, I'd be back. Got it. That you're back. I read it as I'll be back. I'll be back. Oh, there's another impression. Or be back. That's all I can do. Our forgetters work so great. We can have overdoses, be in the hospital, everything hurting for weeks. We will forget it happened. That you died twice on the table just a short month ago. And then I see you start working old behavior again immediately. But what makes it worse is that I'm watching people in recovery actually support this. And it makes me sick. All right. The first year of your recovery, you best be selfish about it. Girls, first year of your recovery, just fucking wear sweaters and don't put on any makeup. Just go ugly. I go ugly. Men, quit worrying about how pampered and shit you look. Just go. Enough. Yeah, I know this person, and she is beautiful. It's not hard, okay? But sometimes we get lonely. And see, I can feel her loneliness. But sometimes the only thing that we know to do is put our bodies on display for recognition. So in this case, what do I need to do? Well, I need to get a hold of my friend. I need to talk to her. And we need to have a serious talk. I need to tell her, take that damn picture down. And then maybe I need to call this other person that's been in the program for a little while, that's over here flirting with her, and say, hey, dude, what is your fucking problem? What in the hell do you think you're doing? Disgusting. Okay? If you see your friends floundering, say something. If you see them going into old behavior, for God's sake, say something. Rule 62. Rule 62. Don't take yourself so damn seriously. Take the program seriously. Take the fucking program seriously. Right? Now, yeah, I know earlier we were talking about people doing this, people doing that. Okay. And we have to avoid that. The one thing that I kind of don't like is all the chatting that and if you guys are just chatting on the side, great. But it's popping up in my face. And that is intrusive. And that is on you. Stop it, please. Of course, I don't have to go to those meetings. Okay. But my question is this. Are you taking the program seriously when you're doing that? No, you're not. What you're not doing is listening to the person currently speaking because you're too busy typing, oh, I can do both. No, you cannot. The brain is not set up that way. It is not set up that way. No, you can't. That's just a lie. You think you can, but no, you can't. Let's be honest with ourselves. There's nothing worse, okay, than talking and watching the person hosting, because they're the only person you see on the screen, go, that's very rude. Okay. Are they taking the program seriously? Not as seriously as I would like to think, right? There's the problem that I would like to think. So it's a personal thing? No. I'm working this through my head, guys. I don't have a total answer on this. It's just that I'm seeing something. And when I see something, I have to come on and we have to have awareness around it. We have to talk about it. We have to work through it. What is the best way to go about helping this person. It's got to be a serious call. And it's going to happen right after this. Right? Because a lot of times what happens is we start to revert back to what we were because we don't know what to do. And that's not on you. That's why we need a host of friends. That's why we need a sponsor. That's why we need to be accountable. I can always tell when people are, can't always tell, but I can usually tell when you're taking the program seriously. I can see it in your eyeballs. Okay? I know why you don't have your camera on. I'm okay with that. Maybe you're just too embarrassed. You don't want people to see you. I get that. I get that. Showed up to the liquor store with your face. So sooner or later, you got to put your face up there. You got to take some accountability. Sooner or later, you're going to have to turn the damn camera on and let people see who you actually are. Or what you will be doing is a disservice to yourself, number one, and then to each other. I take this program seriously because every day I work with people that are losing their children, that are losing their wives, they're losing everything that's worthwhile in life. And I'm a person with a real answer. I have a solution. It's right here. I have a solution for almost anything that you go through. I'm still learning. And yes, I went to therapy and did my EMDR. I did it. I even tried to avoid it. And she said, you make me put a sticky note up. See what I did to myself? I was forced to do it. I didn't want to do it, but I did it. And guess what? I feel better about it. Not surprising in our world, right? Not surprising. Yes. And thank you, Scott. That's what I was trying to say. Zoom meetings are an excellent place for newcomers to learn more about AA. Absolutely. Or anybody, right? Anonymously. Yes, true, there comes a time when you need to jump in because it is your recovery. You got to claim your seat. I was taught that if you go to a meeting, you are not there to just listen. I was told that at like 3 weeks of sobriety. Even my sponsor said, then don't bother going. Right? That's what I was told. Is it the way that it always works? No. Okay? But sooner or later, there's going to come a time. Right? But guess what? When it does happen, we'll all be there to support you. Did you know that 90% of the time I'm in my damn pajamas? I'm in pajamas now. Hey, not my pajamas. These are my icy pajamas. Actually, I call them drumming pants. I haven't drummed in a while, but they're drumming pants, right? When I need to go out, I put on pants. The fact is that most alcoholics, for reasons yet obscure, have lost the power of choice in drink. Our so-called willpower becomes practically non-existent. We are unable at certain times to bring into our consciousness with sufficient force the memory of the suffering and humiliation of even a week or a month ago. We are without defense against the first drink. Did you know that I opened the book and that's where it was, and this is what I'm talking about? I didn't realize I picked up why I did, because I said we had answers in here. God did that. And Amber, if you're going to get in trouble, then don't show up all the time. I don't want you in trouble. I wonder, sometimes if maybe sometimes people don't want the gift, and I'm not being facetious, I'm not. Maybe people do not want the gift of being able to help other people. Maybe that scares them. It scared me. But I've become confident enough, and God has done enough for me that when I say that it does work, I wholeheartedly mean it now, because I've been through the process and I see what happens. It was a successful consummation. Okay. What was the consummation? My relationship with my higher power. That's what was successful. Then I get to base everything else off of that relationship. And it works beautifully because it's God. Because I'm thinking of other people. Anne's here. I got to start all over. I can kind of recap and do stuff. Might go a little bit longer, so if people need to scurry or whatever. But you guys know me. When somebody else pops on, sometimes I tend to just go on a little bit more. Right? So when we sit down, yeah, Emma, you get to work. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is where we get to start to have fun. You know, the girls are going to bicker a little bit and tease each other and stuff. So, and that is what I was talking about earlier. We don't take ourselves seriously. We take the program seriously. And when it's time to sit down, so right, you get that 15 minutes before the meeting to do all your yakking. But when it comes to that hour, let's have a little respect for the other person talking. Because when you're talking, don't you want to be heard? I know I do. Or why bother? If it's falling on deaf ears, I'd rather go do something else, wouldn't you? I don't go to meetings to keep me sober. I have sponsees and God that keeps me sober. They say that meeting makers make it because when you go to meetings, you also got to do the work, right? And there'll be some people in there that'll be in there for 10, 12 years doing it by osmosis. Let them have their program, man. Remember what I talked about the other day, that happiness isn't the goal. Happiness isn't the goal. I always get, even if I don't have to go to the bathroom, I have to get up and walk around. So I go to the bathroom on the half hour, almost every meeting, live meeting I'm at. That's funny, Scott. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't ever think anybody would feel that way. Because then everybody gets, oh, they're walking across. Oh, who's walking? We don't want the attention on us, right? Unless you're me. And I'm like, that's right. I'm going to the bathroom. You can watch me walk away if you like. But yet, get me to that meeting is a challenge. So, I always have to get up and move around. That's why I go. I don't even usually have to go to the bathroom. I'm faking it. You're faking it. I need to move around. Because otherwise, I just have to. I'm not that person. So, yeah, I think I've kind of wore out the topic. I think I've kind of wore it out. I mean, there is more to say, but, you know, when you see somebody slipping into old behavior, and then you see somebody that's been into the program for a while, that tends to reinforce it. That's what gets me. And surprise, surprise, this other person is part of the bullies. You're friends with them, Gary. Over there, 13 stepping right on Facebook. Not a care in the world. There's going to be a care next because Dion's about to say something, and I'm not happy. So I'm going to confront him. You know? He even called her babe at one point. Not only that, but he's like 20 years older than her. And it's wrong. But the first thing I need to do is have a talk with my friend and say, hey, quit putting your body out there for sale, would you? Please stop doing that. You're worth more than that. You are more than that. All right. Patience, tolerance, kindliness, and love. Darn it. All right. So I'm going to have to ask God for the right words here. I do. That's why I came on here. I needed help. I needed to kind of work through this, make sure I was doing the right thing. Right? And it seems like I'm not going to yell and scream, so I can go ahead and do it. So, all right. Things are going to get a little bit busier for me now. More things are coming up. The event is going to be taking up a lot of my time now also. So the event is happening. August 19th, it is official. Gallus Detox and Trudging Together are putting on an awareness event. That could be a lot of fun. There might even be people there. I know there's going to be at least 4, right? Thank you, guys. I needed to laugh at some things too. So much for taking that, but there it is. I'm taking the program seriously, but not Dion, right? All right. Thank you for being here. The only trudge that gets you in trouble. Are you listening to that Dion guy again? I'll do my best not to go live this afternoon. Actually, I won't because I have sponsees and a meeting and stuff. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Hi, Ingrid. All right. Thank you. I can't start over. You want me to start all the way over with all the emotions and everything? Yeah. Now, Gary's been here for a while. Fine. You guys want something? Fine. Today's date, the 12th. Forming True Partnerships, 12 by 12, page 53. All right. So, Ingrid, page 53. Let's go ahead and double down on this one. Only somebody like a daughter could have talked me into that. But it is from our Twisted Relations. I'm just going to start 12 by 12. I'm going to start at the top of 52. Actually, what did it say? It said page 53. So I'm going to start at the bottom of 52. Great. All right. Suppose that financial insecurity constantly arouses these same feelings. Now, let's just go to page 53 because it's a different topic. So, top of page 53. See, this is what I usually figure out before I come on. But it is from our twisted relations with family, friends, and society at large that many of us have suffered the most. This is step 4, by the way. We have been especially stupid and stubborn about them. The primary fact that we fail to recognize is our total inability to form a true partnership with another human being. Bonus scenes. No shit. I'm gonna put out a box set. I could actually. I've got, I don't know, I had close to 2,000 videos now. I'd have to look. The primary fact that we fail to recognize, okay, our egomania digs two disastrous pitfalls. Two. Either we insist upon dominating the people we know, or we depend upon them far too much. We are extremists, aren't we? Right? Yes, my nose itches. Get in there. All right. How's that for a blooper? All right. Okay, if we lean too heavily on people, they will sooner or later fail us, for they are human too, and cannot possibly meet our incessant demands. In this way, our insecurity grows and festers. When we habitually, okay, what is habitually? Means addicted. Means it's a habit. What does that mean? You have a lot of bad habits. Anger, addiction. Depression, addiction. Not all of it, but most of it. Been my experience anyway. Right? And then what happens? We end up forcing these people out of our lives, and we do this on purpose. We may not know, but we do it on purpose. Why? Because it gives us another reason to justify our behavior. Not our drinking, not our drugging, not our eating, our behavior. When we habitually try to manipulate others into our willful desires, they revolt and resist us heavily. Then we develop hurt feelings, a sense of persecution, and a desire to retaliate. There's our reason. You see what that person did to me. As we redouble our efforts at control, because that's all we know, right? So we get more mad, more gracious, whatever emotion or hat that we need to put on to get what it is that we need, that we don't even really need and or want. My therapist is real good at this. Is that something you really want, Dion? Well, no. Then why are you doing it? I don't know. And as we redouble our efforts at control and continue to fail, our suffering becomes acute and constant. That means worse, a lot worse. Acute means always on your mind. Always on your mind. Acute, always. Acute depression. I was depressed more often than I was not. We have not once sought to be one with the family, to be a friend among friends. This is what I'm learning right now. To be a worker among workers, to be a useful member of society. Isn't that what we want? I want to be known as a useful member of society. I do. I want my community to be like, we love that Dion dude. He does so much for us. Why not? I want to be loved. And I certainly want to be loved for the esteemable things that I do. I appreciate recognition. Sure. But it's not what I'm seeking. Most of the time. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I come on here for recognition. And I tell you, I'm on here for recognition. Always we tried to struggle to the top of the heap or to hide underneath it. The self-centered behavior blocked a partnership relation with any one of those about us, of true brotherhood we had small comprehension. So when I hear people out there go, brotherhood or blah, 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 okay, and I don't see them protecting as they should be and instead enforcing bad behavior, then what you usually get is a size 9.5 foot up your ass. Right. So when I say that God is going to be your first successful relationship, or it was mine, what does that mean? Just think on it. It'll probably mean something different to you than me. Can these words apply to me? Am I still unable to form a true partnership with another human being? What a terrible handicap that would be for me to carry into my sober life. In my sobriety, I will meditate and pray to discover how I may be a trusted friend and companion. See, if you want trusted friends, then you must be one. You got to be one first. You don't get trusted friends until you are one. Actually, you won't recognize it. You have some, you just don't know it yet. Until you can, because the first thing you're needing to learn how to do, okay, is trust yourself. And as somebody in the program, I know my level of trust with a new person. I can trust that they may go back out and drink again. So therefore, I need to give them reasons not to. And I'm correct on that. Because remember how it happened to you. Okay? Were people mean? Did you appreciate it? Did you not appreciate it? There are probably some things that you did appreciate, other things that, not really. You didn't feel like it applied. You're going to find later on in your life that it did apply. Yeah. It all matters. It all matters. All right. I really do have to wrap up this time because it's 7 minutes till noon. And I'm sure plenty of people are going to meetings, getting in more trouble. All right. There you go. The extended version of the Daily Trudge. I will not be going live again today. All right. Thank you, everybody. I love you. Peace out and have a day.